It's a huge rumble.
Huge rumble. Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday. Welcome to day 2 of Parapalooza Fall 2021.
Yeah, hopefully that rumble rattled your bones awake.
Possibly.
Because we're going to put you to sleep. Oh, wow, we got a great day lined up for you.
Yes, we do. This is going to be a lot of fun. One change in today's lineup. What the hell? I'm losing my spot here. I don't even know where I was trying to pull up comments. There we go. Hey, Tim.
Hey, Tim.
What's up, buddy? All right. So let's pull up. Did I not? I did put the schedule. I know I did. So the only change is our 12 to 1 o'clock spot, which we will be taking on. Amy has fallen ill, unfortunately, and we wish her a speedy recovery.
Yes.
And anytime you get sick and it affects your voice, it sucks. So.
And I feel really bad that you're going to be deprived of her presence today because she's amazing. As you probably, if you watched last Parapalooza 6 months ago,
yeah,
she did the whole damn thing.
I don't know how I still don't know how she did it. I know I keep saying that, but
yeah, it totally amazes me.
Freaking nuts. So we're going to cover new equipment and apps in the second hour.
Probably not as well as she would do it.
Probably not, but it's not par for the course for us. So we kind of just
we wing it.
We wing it as we go.
Yeah,
just like we're going to do this hour. But it's still fun.
It is.
It's still fun to see how we can butcher things. No, that's not a right way to say that. But
to our one viewer,
right,
Tim,
right now, yeah. I know. Did you notice yesterday though? All the episodes kind of started out light, but then as the episode went on,
they all grew. That was cool.
Plus, it's Sunday. People are just waking up. So
yeah,
wake up, everybody.
Having their mimosas and French toast.
Ooh, mimosas sounds good. I like mimosas.
Yeah, I don't know about mimosas and French toast together.
That might be kind of weird.
Maybe some bacon and eggs and mimosas go together. Good, something sweet.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah,
mimosas
that could work.
Well, I like mimosas with eggs Benedict.
Ooh,
that's a good combination.
I like eggs baked. I can't.
Benedict. So we went to a place out here. Biscuits and something it's called. I don't remember what it's called, but anyway, it's a little breakfast place. We had never tried it before, but man, their choice of Benedict, they've got like 8 different eggs Benedict you could choose from.
I imagine they have a lot of different biscuits too, don't they?
They do. You can find French toast there too. So yeah, they do. They have
that in their name.
God, that's bugging me now that I can't. I fucking hate losing my mind. I keep forgetting things. Man, that's a motley looking crew behind us.
That really is.
I like that.
They need some mimosas. This is my secret stash of mimosa.
It is. I love how that shows up.
So
don't forget, for all your equipment needs, please check out Ghost Hunters Outlet. And Vinny will be on later on today, giving you a guide through a paranormal investigation. That's going to be fun. That's always exciting when we have Vinny on.
I love Vinny's knowledge.
Yes, he's got a ton of knowledge. Oh, we got two listeners on now. I like it.
All right. Who else is with us?
It's my 5th cup of coffee.
Who's all waking up now after their
Let's wake up, people.
2nd cup of coffee? Or maybe you're still in your 1st. I don't know.
I think Jack's going to be here the 2nd hour with us so he can talk devices.
So he can poo-poo them.
Well, that's good. That's always good to have.
Yeah.
Oh, we lost our 2nd viewer already.
Darn.
This thing sometimes isn't accurate either, though, I notice. Because it'll show a different number, but then you see more comments coming in. Right. It shows up there as numbers, so it's not always accurate.
Yeah. And, well, all we're seeing there's one on...
it's YouTube.
It's on YouTube.
So
Tim's on
show Facebook.
Tim's on Facebook.
True. So there might be more people on Facebook.
So true, because we don't see the Facebook number unless they
like it or give us a heart or something like that.
Yeah,
so
pop in and say, hey. Yep. So yeah, if you're on Facebook watching this,
give us a thumbs up.
Say, hey.
How was that again?
Hey.
I like that. Like Fonzarelli. Right? Hey.
Yeah, that's cool.
So be sure to go subscribe to the Truth About Beer. And we are on Tuesday nights. Actually, this Tuesday, there you go. There's a like on Facebook. I like that. That was you, Tim. Paragon Stories is on. Good morning.
Good morning.
So this Tuesday night's going to be a fun show. We're going to have Vicky from the Las Cruces Paragon on, kind of discussing the events of the upcoming weekend.
Yes.
It's going to be a fun time.
If you saw our Truth About Beer and episode that we did at Las Cruces, she was the masked bandit
She was.
in the beginning.
Yes, that is right. Interview we did with her. That's a fun. I'm excited to go back.
Me too.
Exciting place. We were talking yesterday a little bit about doing the solo in the rooms again, and that was your idea the last time we went out there, and that actually turned out to be a lot of fun. That was cool. I
did enjoy that.
Yeah. I don't want to go back up in that room again. I want to try something a little darker and scarier this time.
Yeah, I swear though, while you were up there, I was seeing a shadow, poke around the door there, but that room did have a window in it that
faced the street, wasn't it?
Faced the street, so
right.
It's kind of hard to
say
if it was paranormal or not, but.
I mean,
but you could definitely see when lights shone through it.
Yeah, that you can see. Jack, I think, really just took it by the balls because he went right into a cell, right in the middle. Yeah,
what was the name of that cell? There was something special about it. Was it the clown?
It had all the graffiti on it.
Yeah,
on the inside.
Did it have something to do with the clown, though?
I think so. I think you're right. Now that it rings a bell, but he just went right in and just went for it.
Yeah. Did we do an hour each or just a half hour?
Half hour. We did a 30-minute session each.
All right.
And that's still footage we have to go back through and revisit. But I did do some skimming through it the last time I was in the DVR just to see. Didn't really notice anything. Good morning, Christine.
Hello.
But I'd like to go somewhere in the middle this time. You actually jumped right in too, and you went to that spot where Wendy always gets affected.
Yeah, and it would have been a lot spookier there if the grid wasn't on, I think. So we had the grid lights on, so there was a little bit of light. So yeah, I was a little braver.
Good morning, Candace. Candace is going to be on a little bit later.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to her segment.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun.
Be very cool.
See, everybody's waking up now. Now we're getting all kinds of numbers. We got 2 on Facebook. We got Candace and Tim on Facebook. Sweet.
Yeah. How many cups of coffee have you had this morning, everybody?
I'm on 5. Or if you're drinking something else this morning, let us know.
Yeah, what is your Sunday morning go-to beverage?
Mine's always coffee, but
I always start with coffee.
Are you a Bloody Mary guy in the morning? Do you do Bloody
it doesn't have to be in the morning, but, I do enjoy them in the morning.
I've never tried them in the morning.
No, they're good. It's funny. That's always my pre-flight choice of drinks.
Oh,
when I go to the airport.
Is that to calm yourself or is that just?
I don't know. They just make really good Bloody Marys at the airport. They're tasty. They're very expensive. They're tasty.
That's right. Candace was in Miami.
Miami.
How did that investigation go? I'd like to hear about that later. That was
it the brothel?
No, she was in a different. She was over by the high school. She called it a different area. I said that I never heard of before. So it was the old high school.
I didn't. Didn't I mention something about the high school up
there
when we were up there?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Yep. I was trying to find it.
Yeah.
So
I think we've driven past it a couple of times.
Yeah. She'll have to definitely tell us about it because that's got to be one of the funnest places to go investigate. Because there's so many places.
Yeah. Bullion Plaza. I want to say, if it's in Miami, then it's not over by, because when we leave the jail, we go down that street and we pass that school that's over there. That's not the same school then, because that's not Miami. That's Globe.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you have all those little towns because first you go into, is it Claypool? Is that the first little town before you get, or is that after Miami?
I've never even seen Claypool.
Claypool's where the Shamrock is at.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never seen signs for it. That's interesting. It's a museum now. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Well, we'll be doing a lot up there here in the next few months. So
good morning, Wendy.
Wendy. Great job yesterday, Wendy.
Yes.
That was a fun segment. And Billy's behind the TV right there.
No,
behind
Billy's
the monitor.
downstairs.
Oh,
right
good.
now. Yeah, Billy's
So
downstairs.
if you go back and watch that yesterday, so when was it Lindsay that went and got him to bring to the table?
Yeah.
Whatever. At a certain point where she turned him, his eyes looked right into the camera. And that's, I mean, it just pierced my soul.
I felt that too. When she went up close.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Just say it looked like its eyes were looking
Yeah,
right at
I know.
you.
I was like,
oh,
that was
that's
creepy.
wild.
He's a creepy doll. He really is. He's a fun doll, though.
Yeah. He looked freaking huge too at that point. And then
He did.
you put him on the table and go, oh,
He's a little tiny.
he's a little dude.
He's no bigger than, the skull.
Definitely got some energy there.
She said Billy is watching.
Yeah.
Billy. I'm sure he is right now, even though he's downstairs.
Good thing he's downstairs. Yeah.
Look at that. We got 3 likes on Facebook now. That's awesome. Cool.
Oh,
good to see what different platforms were going on here.
Oh, so I was going to tell you about this. Is I'm going to put
invisible.
I'm going to put a TTABA logo on this side and the suds on this side in black. Okay. So when I have at least that will show.
I love that. We're talking about doing a green beer bottle taste test. How the hell are we going to do that? Forego the green screen for that?
It's the invisible beer.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Jade, welcome. So this is I think this is our favorite time of year.
Oh, it definitely is mine. So yeah,
I remember
I'll be included in that. You betcha.
I know you enjoy
in
it.
The hour. Yep.
So I figured it'd be kind of fun to talk about, Halloween, since we're getting into fall. A lot of people don't know the true meaning behind Halloween. They just know it as an American holiday, especially the newer generations don't really know how it came about. And it stems all the way back to a Celtic ritual. Yeah.
So is it what's the word I'm looking for? Pagan?
Yeah, it was a pagan holiday. So I got this off of History Channel because I actually like the way because I think we've talked about this in the past, maybe our last Halloween special that we did. So it's a holiday that's celebrated on October 31st every year. The tradition originated with the ancient Celtic festival of I think we say Samhain. Is that how you would say that? Samhain.
That's how it reads.
That's how it reads. Yeah. So people would light bonfires and wear costumes to ward off ghosts. In the 8th century, Pope Gregory III designated November 1st as a time to honor All Saints. Soon, All Saints Day incorporated some of the traditions of Samhain. The evening before was known as All Hallows Eve, which we've come to know that later on Halloween. Over time, Halloween evolved into a day of activities like trick-or-treat, carving jack-o'-lanterns, festive gatherings, donning costumes, and eating treats. Now, back then, they did, I think, potatoes and turnips they did because was it turnips they did? Or
I don't know, they hollow out potatoes, make jack-o'-lantern?
Yeah, because they didn't, pumpkins really weren't introduced until it came over to America.
So they did like Mr. Potato Head?
Probably.
As a vampire?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
So, was it Halloween origins date back to ancient Celtic festival? We know that. The Celts who lived 2,000 years ago, mostly in the area that is now Ireland, the United Kingdom, and northern France, celebrated their New Year on November 1st. The day marked the end of summer and the harvest and the beginning of the dark, cold winter, a time of year that was often associated with human death. Celts believed that on the night before the New Year, the boundary between the worlds of the living and the dead became blurred. On the night of October 31st, they celebrated Samhain. It was believed that the ghosts of the dead returned to the earth.
I like it.
Right? So back then it was to scare off the ghosts. Now we dress up to scare the crap out of each other.
Well, isn't November 1st also Day of the Dead?
The Mexican holiday? I think it is. Yeah.
So
I think I saw that mentioned in there
came
too.
From All Saints Day. Huh?
Yep.
I think that's where they honored and have their big parades and all that too.
Yeah.
So,
That's cool. That's a neat festival that they do. I'd love to go experience that. So,
hey, Leland.
What's up, Leland?
Welcome.
What did we even say? Don't dead open inside.
That's deep.
That is deep. That's very deep. Say, oh, hungry all the time or dead all the time?
Yeah. Hungry ghost, isn't that the term for a zombie?
Yes. Speaking of which,
Yes. Oh,
our entourage in the back there.
yeah.
We are good. We're kicking off day 2 of Parapalooza. Yesterday was a lot of fun. Today's going to be a lot of fun. We have a lot of great topics coming up today for you guys.
Yeah.
We'll be joined by Jack in the second hour, which we're going to be talking about equipment and kind of newer equipment and a lot of these phone apps that everybody's raving about and starting to use more and more, which we do have some experience with. So be exciting to talk about that. And we'll get ideas from you guys as to what you're using out in the field too. And if you've experienced any of these apps and if you enjoy them, if you hate them,
that's the beautiful thing about any piece of equipment or app, whatever works for you is
going to be your tool.
Is going to be your tool. Yeah.
We still need to, one of these days, set up side by side old school equipment versus the new apps and see what type of similarities we get on the responses. Yeah. Like doing an Ovilus next to the Ghost Tube or something like that, or do an actual SLS versus the Ghost Tube SLS and see if they pick up the same thing.
Well, I brought some dowsing rods, and I guess you could do that against a K2, for answers, whatever.
Maybe we should use your dowsing rods and talk to Billy.
Damn.
Did you bring Ann?
I brought her picture.
Oh. I don't know if that would work, but it might. Morning, Vinny.
What's up? Morning barely, huh?
Yeah.
Barely he's still having his first cup of coffee then, perhaps.
Possibly.
Of course, he was in Globe last night. Or no, he was in Acadia. So he was down in Oracle.
Maybe we could talk about that a little bit later on.
Yeah.
I forgot to attach a picture on here that I was going to bring up, but I don't know if let me see if I exported it. Because I wanted to talk about the top 10. I don't want to say they're not really Halloween destinations, but the top 10 haunted houses in the U.S. And I'm really surprised that Arizona did not make the list because we have some pretty good.
A lot of destinations.
Yeah,
for our bucket list places for a lot of people.
Well, even just our haunted houses that they run every year here. They got that Fear Farm that they do every year. I mean, they got some really good. Really good places to visit.
And we have our Orpheum Theater too.
Yeah. Yep.
They do that at
3 hours of sleep. That's not cool. That makes me tired just thinking about that.
No kidding.
Right? So here's our top 10 list of 2021 for haunted houses. Now, these are not actual haunted locations. I'm talking about the theme park.
Oh, okay.
Theme attractions. So
all right.
So these are your top 10. The Bates Motel and Haunted Hayride, Glen Mills, Pennsylvania. The Headless Horseman Hayrides and Haunted Houses, Ulster Park, New York. They're all back east, it seems. Feel the Screams in Mountainville, Pennsylvania. The Dent Schoolhouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. The 13th floor in Denver, Colorado. That's closer to us.
Yeah, that's
getting a little bit
probably
closer.
The furthest west they get on there, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, now we go south a little bit, but
Fort Worth. That's about because never mind.
It's kind of back.
Yeah, because that's Fort Worth, Dallas. I mean, that's still kind of central.
Yeah. So that's Cutting Edge Haunted House in Fort Worth, Texas. Kersey Valley Spooky Woods, Archdale, North Carolina.
Now that just doesn't sound scary to me.
No, it doesn't. It sounds like a fairy tale or something.
It sounds like a joyride of some sort.
Now we got the 13th Gate, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Haunted Overload, Lee, New Hampshire.
I think so.
Can't read that. Yeah. Netherworld Haunted House, Stone Mountain in Georgia. That sounds like a Disney ride, right?
You know what they should have in Georgia? Should have some kind of a attraction that's Walking Dead, kind of themed.
They should.
That would be cool.
Yeah, they really should. I would go to it. I'd pay for it.
Yeah, me too.
You know what they do have though? They have Lindsay found it somewhere. They have a paintball with zombies.
That would be cool.
You go shoot zombies. Yeah, it's like an apocalyptic theme. That would be fun.
It's like playing Resident Evil on my my Wii.
If you ever get a chance to do the PlayStation the 3D, God, why can't I think of the name of it? The VR. Thank you.
Yeah, there you go.
I couldn't think of it. Resident Evil on that is scary as shit.
Oh, I bet.
It is crazy. It is so crazy. That, and they had a first game I played on there was a Paranormal Activity one, and that was crazy too, because you're actually walking through this house and you feel like you're inside the house. It's just freaking nuts. Very cool. Very cool.
You might have nightmares from that.
You might. It's kind of freaky. Speaking of Walking Dead, I have not watched.
Oh, you have not?
I have not.
Season 11?
No, I haven't. Have you watched it?
Yeah.
Is it good?
I'm caught up. I mean, I like the whole Walking Dead universe thing anyway. So, I'm really not too picky. Yeah. I mean, there's some new characters, and because there's new locations that they're in, and yeah.
Now, how many? I thought I read somewhere that it was only going to be a 3-part conclusion. So is it actual season 11, and then they're going to do a 3-part conclusion? Because this is it after this, right? They're ending it,
right? Yeah, there may be some more spin-offs out of it.
That I know. Yeah,
because I read something that they could give Negan his own.
That'd be cool.
Bit.
That'd be cool if they did.
That really would.
He turned into quite a character.
Yeah, he's probably my favorite. Next to I still like Daryl, but
yeah,
I don't know. I really like Negan.
He's one of those guys. He's the likable, hateable guy, right?
Yeah. He's done enough nice things to
make up for what he did.
Well, yeah. I don't know if you can really make up for it totally, but I think it's a form of redemption, I would say, doing what he's done. Of course, I don't know what he could do to make up to Maggie, but
nothing.
Yeah. But for Rick's family and stuff, I think, he really took Judith under his wing, and even though they didn't want him to, but yeah, and he genuinely liked Carl and Judith. So I don't know.
Oh, can't give too much away.
Yeah.
Paranormal Sounds is up to season 6.
Yeah, I think I'm trying to think. There was a point where I kept going back and watching it from the beginning, and maybe it's up to Terminus, I think. But I've probably watched it 4 or 5 times all the way through to that point. But man,
I think I've watched it 2 or 3 times all the way through.
Yeah, you catch cool things every time.
You do.
Easter eggs.
Welcome, everybody. I see our numbers are growing. We're kicking off day 2 of Parapalooza, fall 2021. Just kind of talking about Halloween here, since we are heading into that time of year. The question came up yesterday is if we were going to do a Halloween show this year, and I think we should.
Some form of one, yeah.
I
You bet. I love ones that we've done. And I want to mention a couple of haunted houses that are this side of the Great Divide, because we had none on that list.
It's surprising.
But while growing up in Utah, we had a place called the Haunted Old Mill.
Okay.
That was an old mill, and that was a really crazy, spooky house. And then there was one that they featured on Ghost Adventures, which was the Fear Factory. That one's in Salt Lake. It's old by an old train yard.
Oh, I think I remember that one. Yeah, I think I remember that one.
That's some pretty dark stuff that happened there.
Yeah.
So those ones I know about. I've never been to one here in Arizona.
I never have either.
Yeah, there was one at which mall was it? Fiesta or at Superstition Springs, or maybe they did them at both. No, there was some.
I think Superstition had one.
Yeah,
but that was a while ago, right?
I don't know if they do it every year or not. I don't know.
We did do a local one. Was it last year we did the autism one?
Oh, that's true. I have been to one.
That was really neat. It was just a neighbor. For those of you who didn't watch our episode, it was
that's going to be 2 years ago.
That's 2 years ago, huh?
Yeah.
I just thought about that. It was 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was before the Gombu came out.
That was season 1.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah. Haunted House for Autism.
If you hadn't had a chance to go watch that in season 1, we did that little tour, and then we did a live show out there.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of fun. It was a neat, it's in a subdivision not too far from where we are right now. And they put it on every year, and they raise money for autism. And it goes to all the types of different causes for autism. And it's great. It's a family that does it. They've done it every year, I think for the past 10 years or something like that. And they get an incredible turnout every year. And they do a really good job. I mean, it was a really neat little, it was weird because you look at it from the outside and it looks small.
I might bring up the intro to that because that'd be a good little PSA.
Yeah. It looks small from the outside, but when you start walking through the thing and they keep blocking you from getting out, which I think was the funniest part, because after a while you're like, all right, just let me out of here.
They really packed a lot into a very small area.
They did. The only thing is, if you bring that up, I don't think I turned the mixer on, so we got to turn the mixer on to get the sound.
Okay,
but I can do that. I can run it and do that if you find it.
Back.
Yeah, it's back season 1, way back to season 1. So I'm going to put up the schedule real quick, guys. You can take a look at the schedule for today. There is one schedule change because unfortunately Amy had fallen ill and lost her voice. So we're going to cover the second hour with new equipment and apps, talk about some of the new apps that are out there that are becoming more and more common. From 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock, Lindsay and I will be doing our Straight Up Paranormal with J. Marie Yates. We're going to talk about them as, paranormal partners. And we're also going to talk a little bit about the Vulture City Paracon coming up in a few weeks, kind of push that a little bit. And then 2 to 3 o'clock, we have a very special Craig Layton and Emma are going to be on talking about horror films. And if you guys haven't seen them on our show in the past, they are incredible. They are awesome. Craig does a Michael Myers. I almost said Jason. I don't know why I said Jason, but he does a really cool Michael Myers, and that's gonna be a lot of fun. They're gonna talk horror films. I'm always interested because their knowledge of horror films is just freaking nuts. I mean, they spout off movies that I don't have a freaking clue what the hell they're talking about, and it's just fun.
Well, they're no doubt they're true fans.
Oh yeah, they're just incredible. And then we're going to talk about also another collaboration this year. So, but then you want to talk about the next ones? I'll turn that mixer on so we can actually get some sound.
So where did we get to? We got to Craig. Okay, and then our 3 o'clock hour, we'll have Vinny from AZ Piers, and he's going to talk about a paranormal investigation guide. So you want to be sure to tune into that. We all need a guide knowing what to do when we're investigating to benefit from it. Yeah. And then 4 o'clock hour, Candace Norton is going to talk about using Reiki with paranormal.
That'll be exciting.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And then finish off the day, 5 o'clock hour. Dan Davidson and Jack, our very own Jack, are going to talk time travel and reincarnation.
Mostly reincarnation, but there may be a little time travel talk in there too. We'll see how that goes. It's going to be exciting. be an exciting topic, especially getting Jack involved. That's going to be
Yeah,
it's always
it
interesting.
should be very
You
interesting.
never know what could happen. So
we have sound now, do we?
I think we got sound. We could try it and see what happens here.
Okay. I'm not sure exactly what we're going to get, but it's going to be starting there.
Autism. Autism is a complex neurobehavioral condition that includes impairments in social interaction and developmental language and communication skills combined with rigid, repetitive behaviors. Because of the range of symptoms, this condition is now called Autism Spectrum Disorder, or ASD. It covers a large spectrum of symptoms, skills, and levels of impairment. ASD ranges in severity from a handicap that somewhat limits an otherwise normal life to a devastating disability that may require institutional care. WebMD.
All right. Welcome to.
That was season 1 episode. What episode was that?
9.
Episode 9.
Yeah.
So it was actually a really good episode. And
yeah, I had my son,
yeah,
my son and daughter-in-law on that one because we have a grandson that's autistic, and so we talked about some of the challenges and also the tools and things that are available.
treatments.
But what it's more of the social side of it.
Oh yeah. Like
I can't think of words. Words are
help.
overrated. Yeah, what helps out there and stuff.
Yeah.
And actually, since we're talking about them, if you don't mind putting them in your prayers right now. Jay's just recovering from COVID. He was sick for his birthday, poor guy.
Sucks.
And then Clarissa, his wife, just is now starting to battle it. So,
Oh, is she really?
yeah, it's going through the family. They have 6 kids. So, yeah, they've got a battle
That sucks.
going on. So, yeah.
So yeah, I think we'll do yeah, go check. Sorry, I got lost in my train of thought there for a minute. Go check that episode out. It was a really good episode. It was
a lot of information.
Pretty moving too. It was a very moving episode. not just from the haunted house side of things, but just in general. Talking about autism.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we had a good response on that episode too. Yeah, so that's one. If you guys, not that everybody's local out here, but if you ever are in Phoenix around this time of year, I'd recommend going to that haunted house. It's really neat. It's a lot of fun going through it. We have some other ones here too that are pretty good that I've never been to, but we do have Schneff is coming up.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. Got the pumpkin and chili party. I keep wanting to call it a festival, but
I always call it a festival.
It's party.
I always screw it up and call it a festival.
Yeah, they got pretty good chili. They got regular chili and they got a pumpkin chili. And I like that pumpkin chili.
It's really good.
Mm-hmm.
So this will be the first year we actually get to go to it as spectators.
Yeah, we've always been involved.
We've always played.
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of need to go and enjoy the festivities and see what they have.
Yeah, they have a haunted train ride. And I know they have the corn maze and all that stuff, but I don't know. They have a haunted house out there though too, or is it just train ride?
It's just a train ride.
Train ride
Yep.
covers that.
Yep. That would be fun. Shooting zombies with paintballs. That would be
the best.
Yep. Yeah, Schnepp Farm is awesome. They do a lot of stuff the whole year, but they have all kinds of rides and everything. They have a roller coaster there. They got those big swings that you spin around on. They got all kinds of stuff. They have a petting zoo for the kids. I think you could even pay a fee to go pick your own pumpkins. I mean, it's just a neat time.
I hope their roller coaster is fixed by then.
Is it broken?
That bad storm that hit you guys out here a few months back damaged the roller coaster.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks because that's a fun little roller coaster.
Yeah.
I went on it years ago, but it was fun.
My my daughter. No, it was my granddaughter. I think it was Shay and Lisa got stuck on it one time. On the way up. Yeah.
I think one year we played there, didn't we? All got passes for our families, didn't we?
Yeah, it was one of the years we played
that's
there.
what I thought.
Yeah, they were stuck on it for a while.
Yeah, that was that was the only time we got to really experience it as spectators. But, yeah, it'd be fun to do that. So there's a lot of stuff that goes on here in Phoenix for Halloween. I don't know if hopefully this year things are more opened up than they were last year, but I don't see why not. It should be.
I hope so.
We'll see.
But things are really playing out. Speaking of or having Tim on here, when we had his stepdad on, Scotty.
Yeah,
we asked the question about how long he thought this pandemic would really last. Before things were back to normal, and he said about 3.5 years, didn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
And
that was his call.
Yeah, it's like, well, I thought he was wrong there for a little while, and then all of a sudden it reared its ugly head again. And no, Scotty's been right so far. So,
and that was a great live show we did too. So if you guys ever get a chance, go back and check that out too.
I was on Clairvoyance and
yep, it was neat
fun.
Yeah, it's crazy. I think we read somewhere that somewhere overseas now is not calling it a pandemic anymore. It's now back to an endemic, I believe it is. So, I guess there's a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel on that one, but it's crazy.
It seems like it's gone on forever.
I know. It feels like forever. Well, that was our reason for starting this whole Parapalooza thing to begin with. So we do have something to thank for it.
So Paranormal Scout, did you, why do I have such a hard time saying paranormal? I almost have to stop after I say paranormal. Paranormal Scout. Did you come down with the Rona? Is that what that means? The
What's
longest
that?
2 weeks?
No, remember it was 2 weeks to flatten the curve that they were talking about when they first started this whole thing.
Oh,
2 weeks to flatten the curve. They shut everything down. And he's right.
That was the longest 2 weeks ever.
It's the longest 2 weeks ever.
That was.
But thank God we're moving past that now. So, people are still getting it. It sucks, but
yeah, my son, his family.
We do have better ways to treat it now, which is good, because at the beginning it was scary because we didn't know what the hell it was.
Mm-hmm.
And now we at least have an idea what it is. So, but
something you don't want to get.
Yeah, definitely not. We got a couple of people we know that have it right now. So battling through it. Brian and his wife have it.
Oh,
so yeah, it's I looked at I saw this Simpsons cartoon, and I always laugh when I look at the Simpsons, but it was an older episode when Bart was supposed to get shots or something for school, and he's running away from the doctor, and eventually they disguise somebody else as a doctor, and they trap Bart and actually give him the vaccine. And it's just kind of funny to watch it. It kind of reminds me of the virus. You can run, but you can't hide, because eventually it's gonna find its way.
Yeah. Well,
so,
I mean, all families have been affected by it one way or another.
Yeah. So crazy stuff. At least we're getting, like I said, at least we're kind of getting past it. So,
yes.
Good times. So yeah, this is going to be it's going to be a fun day. We got a lot of activities going on for you. We're going to be on the next hour talking about equipment and apps. So if you guys have some preferred apps that you use, we'd like to see some comments in the comment section when we actually talk about some of these apps. Were you able to get it work to where we can bring it up on your phone, or we still have to mess with that?
Okay, I just have to unplug my iPad and plug it in.
So we'll do that. We'll do that next hour. We'll talk about that stuff.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if I want to go here or not, but it's funny. At least it is to me. So, I mean, you have to live in Arizona, but you've seen the ads for the husband and wife law team, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've always seen it on TV, but one time I just heard it. I'm not watching it.
Right.
And all of a sudden I heard Marge Simpson's voice in there. And now I can't unhear that.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it's not a total Marge, but
Right.
but it's close enough to.
That's funny. That is funny.
That makes it pretty funny for me.
So we talked about a little bit before. Speaking of our zombies, you and I keep talking about doing another zombie
Mhm.
episode. I think we need to do that
We do.
like soon.
I love the zombies.
It's fun to
And-
talk about.
Yeah, and then I don't know.
I see something.
You see something familiar?
Nobody said anything yesterday
Let's see if anybody picks it up in the comments.
except Wendy.
Besides Wendy.
Wendy knows because Wendy saw it. So
There's something about the zombie right behind my head.
there is. It's very familiar. What could it be?
I don't know.
So what do you guys think in the audience if we do a zombie episode? Another zombie episode, because the first one we did was freaking hilarious.
We'll
but
call it Zombies 2.
Zombies 2.
Or Zombies Attack 2. I don't know.
We'll figure out some kind of intelligent.
Zombies are the best.
So should we kind of give people an idea of where we're looking maybe to head in the future?
Sure.
Kind of what we talked about?
Yeah.
What we've been talking about?
Yeah.
So-
We'll
So
get it finalized and figured out. But
yeah, but we're thinking, we kind of again, this whole live thing with us started because of the pandemic, because we needed to give people entertainment while they were stuck in their houses for the longest 2 weeks of their lives, which ended up being a year later. We're still doing it, but Joey and I were kind of talking off to the side, and for those of you that have followed us from the beginning, a lot of what we did in the beginning was we would pre-record episodes and put them out. Oh, that's good. Lindsay will like that
Or
one.
Return of the Zombies, right, Tim?
Hookers save the world.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. So how we used to do episodes is we'd pre-record them and then release them. And we started doing, what was it, like every 2 weeks we did one, wasn't it?
Mhm.
I don't know if we can get back to doing that, but we kind of want to get back to that because we really enjoyed doing it. We enjoyed, editing and being able to put information in there. It's hard to do it on the fly when you're doing live stuff, so it always makes it difficult. So we're probably going to cut back on the live shows, and start doing more production stuff, more going back to your pre-recording, because I know we want to do some more alien stuff. We have another hybrid that we want to talk to and do another documentary on that. And then there's a lot of other things we want to do that we can't necessarily do with a live show. So,
Yeah. But what will always be live?
what's that?
Parapalooza.
Those will always be live.
Yeah. Twice a year. Semi-annual. Yeah.
That's kind of a funny statement. We're already under attack by zombies running our government right now. See, and that's what they say. The pandemic started the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
So that could be. It wasn't the blue meth like we thought it was going to be.
Yeah. And it hits really close to home.
Who is that? Who could that be?
I don't know.
That's funny. So yeah, so that's kind of the direction we're looking ahead. And I don't know if we're going to stop the live stuff altogether. We may. What were you thinking? Maybe once a month do a live show or something, like a recap of all our stuff or something.
Yeah. Something along those lines. It'd be kind of cool to save up some of the really cool topics that we've maybe done in the past on live, bring them out in Parapalooza.
Yeah, that would be cool too. But yeah, I mean, and we're still gonna have guests, but we'll just have guests under a different capacity now. So it'll be a pre-recorded show with the guests, and we'll release it as an episode.
Yeah, and they can edit out Papa Joey's mush mouth stumblings.
But yeah, so that's kind of the direction we're looking ahead. Probably finalize it more here in the next coming weeks. And I don't know if it's something we're just going to roll out next season and just finish out this season, or what our plan is yet. We haven't really discussed it.
Yeah.
We have to discuss it with somebody who's not here right now.
Right.
Too, so. But we're just laying it out there because we want to kind of let everybody know, because we do have our loyal listeners that tune in every Tuesday to hear us. And, you know, like I said, we just want to get back to what our roots were and how we started. And, you know, it's now that the things are opening up and not everybody's glued to their TVs anymore, you know, it's nice to have an episode that's released, that's polished and looks good, and you can go back and watch it anytime you want, and we don't screw it up because we're not live. You know, it's just, even though it's fun doing the live stuff, but you know,
It is. So Paranormal Scots, I think maybe we could call the episode, Now Look What 5G Did.
Right?
Yeah.
That's a good one. I like that one.
Zombies.
Right.
What was that?
That sounded like someone was taking off. Didn't it?
Did you just arm something?
The countdown begins.
Oh, shnikes.
Oh man, that was weird. Billy, where are you at? Oh man. So here's our lineup for today, just so you guys know. Got a lot of cool stuff happening. Papa Joey and I will be back, and Jack, for the 12 to 1 o'clock hour, where we will be talking about new equipment and apps. Like I said, unfortunately, Amy has fallen ill today and unfortunately lost her voice, which really sucks.
Mm-hmm.
But she'll be back on future episodes, I'm sure, and future Parapaloozas. So do not fret. We just wish her a speedy recovery. We've got J. Marie Yates coming on. We've got Craig Layton and Emma coming on. We got Vinny coming on later with a paranormal investigation guide, which should be pretty fascinating to talk about. We got Candace coming on talking about Reiki. I really want to watch that episode because I want to learn about Reiki. So interesting things there. And then time travel and reincarnation with my dad, Dan Davidson, and Jack, having a all-out battle on beliefs and whatever else comes about on it. So it's always fun having Jack on. You never know where things go.
You really do
Things
not.
can take a turn. So bad salt. Well, yeah, we talk about bad salts actually in our first zombie episode.
Yeah, we did.
And that crazy nut that ate people's faces off in Florida. We talked about that story. That was an interesting story.
But his skin was so soft.
Oh man. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, it is Florida in general. I agree. Florida's filled with a bunch of nutcases. But it is a good state though. You know, I like some of the things that they do. Just not the wackos that live there.
There's plenty of them. One of them hiding in the marsh somewhere. Hope he's dead, but I'm sure he's dead.
The marsh monster.
Yeah.
So if you go back and look at our zombie episode, the very first one that we did, it was really exciting because both Joey and I were drunk, to put it mildly.
That was fun.
It was fun. Just to clear, I just want to clear the record up that we didn't get drunk on purpose. It was not on purpose.
It was my fault.
We were still new, you know.
Yeah.
But we forgot to hit the record. Well, this is what goes back to pre-filming episodes too, because we got done with the whole episode and we felt good about it. It was great the way it went, you know, and happened to look over at the recorder and notice that the light was still green. It went,
I can't turn it off because it's not on.
Because it's not on. So we had to redo the episode. And
I think it came out better the second time.
Oh, I agree. I 100% agree. But we did a strong beer, right?
Yeah.
But we were doing a comparison of bottles versus cans. So we drank more than we should have the first episode alone doing the comparison. And then we had to go back and do it again and drink it. And that was that's what added insult to injury. Yeah. And the best part is we had actual live weapons on the table. That was the best part, that we were drunk playing with weapons. So
yeah. Well, at least your AR-15 wasn't loaded.
No.
So,
but that damn machete is pretty sharp.
Yeah.
So
and knives.
And the knives, they were pretty sharp too. So there was a fun episode. So if you get a chance, go back and check that out. And as always, we really appreciate you guys subscribing to our channels. It helps us grow our audience and exposes us to more people. And I really think between all the shows that we do, we bring you guys some pretty good content. So, we appreciate you guys sharing the hell out of it and really appreciate the support that you've given us over the almost 3 years that we've been doing this.
This almost sounds like a telethon.
I'm sorry. So phone in right now with your, no, I'm just kidding. No, but do go subscribe. Please subscribe to our channel.
Yeah. And the other thing, I mean, as you watch our older episodes, leave us a comment down in the comments area about the episode, whether you liked it or there's something you thought we missed or something that we were totally off on, which is probably most of it. That's why we put our disclaimer at the beginning
Yes.
of everything. It is the beer talking.
Definitely the beer talking. And, the fun thing about it is if you go back to the very first episode and catch up to now, you'll see a huge difference in the way we did things. We were learning, we were both new to podcasting, both new to video, YouTube stuff. So we were kind of winging things at the beginning. We were crammed in a small room with a little table, and we've grown now into, a fairly decent space to be able to do the work in.
No kidding.
And the effects and everything we use now is a lot better than what we did at the beginning. So
yeah, I think we crammed into how deep was that? Less than 4 feet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. With the green screen
with the green screen behind us
and the camera right there.
Because we didn't know anything about green screening either. So we felt the green screen had to be right behind us. So our very first, actually the bloopers we got from that were just awesome. I still love watching that today.
That was fun.
Yeah, it was fun to watch that. But yeah, so go check out our older episodes. We'd really appreciate it. Appreciate your feedback. We always appreciate feedback, whether you tell us we suck or we're good. Either way, it's good to have that. Kind of gives us a way to gauge our future episodes as well. I mean, there's some episodes that we look at and we go, yeah, that did really well. And then we have some episodes that go, well, I thought it would have done better than that and didn't do so well. But
oh, and we will also include the guru of the suds, Jeff.
Yes.
Jeff Stay in those new episodes too, because we'll be able to work with his schedule a little bit better.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
so we'll be featuring more beer and more education about beer, which is good.
Yeah, and do more of the blind beer taste testing stuff too, where Tim picked Coors over Bud.
His favorite beer.
You'll never live that one down, Tim.
No. And he drank a 40-year-old Budweiser?
13-year-old.
13-year-old.
Yeah. May as well have been.
Might as well have been 40-year-old.
Actually, I took a swig of that too. It had no fizz to it.
It tasted like shit.
Yeah, it didn't taste good.
Well, thank you, Candace. We appreciate that. We are different. That is definitely a good way to describe us. But we try to have fun. It's about having fun. There's too much serious shit in life that we deal with, and this is our time to kind of kick back and have a good time and talk about things that are interesting to us.
Yeah,
and hopefully you.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I was just gonna say, yeah, I think people watch us and go, "Oh, bless their hearts."
I feel bad for those guys.
Yeah, they are special.
Oh boy, we are special. So we're about wrapping up this segment. We're going to get ready for our next segment for you guys, talking about some equipment and some apps. We'd love for you guys to hop back on with us and give us your opinion. For those of you that are out in the field doing investigations, we'd like to know what tools you use, what tools you find useful, and which ones you think suck. So we'll let you go on this one, and we'll be back in a few minutes to kick off the other one. Please stick around today, guys. We have a lot of good entertainment coming up for you guys, a lot of good groups coming on, good topics. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I believe so.
Stick around with us. We'll be right back. Later.